What's up, y'all? It's Chloe and I'm back. I'm back and we're in nature. I'm in a different park today and I fucking love it. Everything about this park is hitting for exactly what it's supposed to be hitting for. And right now there's water behind me. After this, I'm gonna sit down, you feel me, light me one, and just enjoy the vibe. I'm done with work today early, so I get to relax and I get to come talk to y'all. So what's up? How you doing? I hope y'all are having a great day. I hope y'all set intentions for yourselves today before y'all got out of bed. I hope y'all, spoke some life into yourself, because fuck, if you're not doing it, who the hell is going to do it for you? If you're not surrounded by the people who are going to speak life into you, you got to be speaking life into yourself. And you see, I just jumped right into the video. I didn't waste no time. One thing I really want to talk to you guys about is recognizing your value and recognizing your self-worth. You are already enough. You don't need to become something else. You're not going to be enough once you obtain a new skill. You're not going to be enough once you attain new hobbies or once you become this new person or once you change your outfit. You're already enough. You're already worth loving. You're already worth being valued exactly the way you are. Yes, everybody's evolving. Everybody's going to get to a point where, like, self-improvement is necessary. I feel like anyone who's on this planet and just decides, okay, they don't want to improve, they don't want to do anything with themselves, they're not going to go far, and then they're not going to thrive in this life for real. Some people are just meant to be like that, and that's cool, but I don't think that's you. I feel like if you clicked on this video, you're really meant to be more and do more, but you being more and doing more does not have anything to do with your value. You're innately valued and valuable because you exist. And I think that's something that we don't talk enough about. People expect so much out of us sometimes. Life expects so much out of us, and we forget to really sit with ourselves and value ourselves. Y'all hear me talk about sitting with yourself a lot, because one thing about solitude that we don't recognize, solitude gives us the freedom and the open space and helps us to reconnect with our thoughts so we can really be present and really love ourselves and really hear ourselves and hear our thoughts. When you're around other people, whether they're speaking or not, they're influencing your thought patterns. They're influencing the way you think about yourself. They're influencing the way you look at the world, because consciousness is contagious. It's really contagious. Okay? You need to make sure that you're surrounding yourself with people who are positive influences in your life, people who make you feel good, people who make you second guess yourself, second guess your worth, and have you feeling like you don't belong. I feel like I've been in spaces where I've been around people where I feel like I didn't belong. Even to this day, I'm not even saying it's something that's going to completely go away as you get older. No, it's a choice. You choose who you allow to be near you. And just how you could choose, okay, I don't want to date this person because I don't see no value in them, and I don't see how me being with them is going to make me better. That's exactly the kind of discernment you need to have when you're picking friends or when you're choosing people to be around you. Like, don't rush into a decision about people and friends just because they're in proximity to you. People like to choose friends and relationship based on proximity, and bro, no. No, because you're not going to be happy. Just because you work with this person doesn't mean that, okay, boom, I'm going to enjoy being a friend with them. Sometimes you work with a person, yeah, you become cool, but fuck, I can't even talk today. But you become cool and you become friends with them, that's cool, but don't force nothing. My intention these days is to make more time for nature, make more time for myself, and not become too dependent. I feel like a lot of us have this thing where we become friends with people, we become partners in relationships, and we forget ourselves. We forget who we are outside of those relationships. We forget what we stood for before we were in that connection. Yeah, we are still ourselves in some capacity, but eventually you start feeling lost. You start being so invested in other people's drama or other people's lives and what the fuck they got going on, and you being a supporting role. But how dare you put yourself in a supporting role in the cast of your own movie? This is your life. This is you, Every decision that you make is going to impact you. Every decision that you make right now is going to influence where the fuck you're going to be tomorrow, what kind of financial situation you're going to be in tomorrow. Like, right now, you have to choose people and situations very wisely, especially in this declining economy, okay? There's no just sticking around with people, okay, because it's cool or because, no, like, how are you pouring into yourself? I'm not telling you to completely cut away your friends and be like, fuck people, all that shit. No, no, we need people. I've made that mistake multiple times before by feeling like, okay, boom, I'm good, I'm straight. I don't really need people. I could do whatever the fuck I want to do by myself. I'm good. And then I end up doing good for a minute, but eventually I started to feel lost. I started to feel lonely. I started feeling like, what the fuck am I even doing? because we need people. People also give us purpose, you know what I mean? People give us things to strive for and to, like, especially if you're a competitive person, being around people who are competitive are going to give you things to work harder for. So we need people. We're social beings, point blank, period. And for me, isolation is the #1 killer of people. So especially these days, we're going through a silent isolation, silent loneliness epidemic. So definitely keep your friends. Definitely maintain good friendship, worthy friendships. But when it comes to just putting everything and every moment that you have into your friends, that is not healthy. That is not healthy. Like, you don't need to. I feel like a lot of people, and I know a lot of people, are just sitting down to be, listeners and good friends. Yes, that's great, but these people are putting so much pressure on you. Not like pressure to. Sometimes people are putting pressure to do things, but I notice like a lot of times people are putting emotional pressure on people. So they telling you all their drama, all the things that they're going through, and everything that they're feeling. And yeah, it's cool you're being a supporting person for them, but how is that internally affecting you? Because now you're carrying their weight on top of yours. Have you made any time for your own weight? That's the real question I want to ask. Like, it's good to be around people, but it's also good to isolate yourself and to take, not isolate, I'm using the wrong word. It's good to also make time for solitude. Solitude helps you reconnect with yourself, reconnect with your ideals, reconnect with the person you want to be, and really hone in on your goals so you can really go out and achieve them. If you're not making that time for yourself, if you're not investing your capital, and when I say capital, I mean time is currency, time is money. If you're not investing your own time into yourself, then how is anybody else gonna look at you as a valuable person to invest time in? I feel like a lot of people will be investing so much time into other people's and their problem and their drama and shit, but who the fuck is hearing them? Who the fuck is making that time for you? So it's really important to make that time for you and hone in on your solitude, hone in on your boundaries. Like, one thing I want us to work on as a community here is to work on our boundaries. Work on making sure you take time for yourself. Work on making sure you set goals. Like, not just, okay, yeah, I'm taking time for myself and then boom, I'm by myself, I feel lonely, I don't know what the fuck I should be doing, so I call somebody else to fill that void. Now, not just sitting down and just playing the TV in the background because you're too scared to be by yourself and listen to your own thoughts, but active presence, You need to be actively present with yourself. And it's not gonna be, okay, one day you could spend a whole day by yourself, no music, no TV, no nothing, no friends. Sometimes that's hard for people. Sometimes you can just start literally by just, okay, 10 minutes, I'm gonna be present. I'm gonna come to the park and I'm gonna walk for 10 minutes. And that's my me time. No phone, no music, no nothing. Let me just listen to what the birds are saying, what the ducks are saying. Let me just vibe out. That's so important. Even if you go to like a kid's park and you swing on the swing, that's you investing time into yourself. Invest time into thinking. A lot of times, like, the world is orchestrated in a way where we're not able to think for ourselves. We're not allowed to think for ourselves anymore. And the government wants that. I mean, not just say the government, but they want us to not think for ourselves. So we need to go against that grain and make sure we are putting all our efforts to be thought leaders and thought leaders in things that we do. At least thought leaders for ourselves. You don't have to be a thought leader for everybody else, but a thought leader for yourself. Like, I will notice that, like, people will listen to something on TikTok. People will listen to something on the news and they run with it without no kind of research. Yeah, that's cool. It's easy. Information is so easy to get, but what do you feel connected to? Like I was talking in my last video, you need to feel connected to the things that you're consuming. You need to feel connected to the things that you start to identify with. Because if you just start to identify with anything, then you're not going to really stand for anything. You're going to be just a catalyst or accumulation of other people's ideas. You don't want to ever be this accumulation of other people's ideas and don't have nothing that you really came up with on your own, nothing that you really feel confident in because you're just carrying around other people's ideas. Like, what the fuck are you standing for? If you don't stand for anything, you fall for everything. So really make time to think, make time to self-educate. That's a huge thing. Like, people are not self-educating anymore, and it's keeping us behind, bro. So, and I have to stop the video because this time I don't want to ramble to y'all. I feel like sometimes I get on here and I'm rambling, I'm going here and there, and my topics just go all over, and I rewatch my videos and I'm like, fuck, I wish I mentioned this, I wish I expanded on this. So boom, I'm coming with the receipts. You feel me? I'm coming with the receipts so I can serve y'all well, serve y'all properly. Stop playing with me. So the next thing I want to talk about, you have to teach people how to treat you. And that's going into the topic that I was talking about earlier. You need to set boundaries on how much time people could take. You have to give people an allowance. Give people an allowance of your time. They don't just get all your time. They don't just get all your energy, all your emotional capacity. You have to give them allowance, because that allowance is going to allow you to also have some remaining in the bank for you when you get back home. Because sometimes I notice, like, we will give us out so much of ourselves, so much of our energy, and be drained and have nothing left, and then feeling confused on why the fuck we're breaking down. Life could be going so good for you, but you're taking on so many other people's bullshit that, bro, life not gonna be feeling like it's going good for you, because now you feel like, okay, everybody around me is going through some shit. Damn, I should be going through some shit too. And then you start ruminating on those negative thoughts. So now you're looking for a problem in your life when you didn't have no fucking problems, bro. You gotta mentally put yourself in a place where you know and you realize that I'm good right now. Let me enjoy my happy season. Let me enjoy the prosperity, the love, and whatever the fuck is going good for me. Let me enjoy that. Yes, so-and-so may be going through this shit. Yes, I'm supporting so-and-so, but I don't need to identify with that problem, because once you identify with a problem, once you start ruminating and thinking about it so much, help people, but when you're done and you leave that shit with them. Don't bring it back home. Don't bring it back to wherever the fuck you're going, because, bro, you're going to start identifying with that shit so much that you manifest it. You don't want to be manifesting problems in your life. Like, we keep on forgetting how fuck our mind is, bro. Our minds are so powerful. We keep forgetting how powerful our minds are. So when you spend time thinking about something, when you spend time ruminating on that shit, it's gonna come true. Not because you want it to come through, but because innately, no matter what, even if it's a good thing or a bad thing, if you focus on it, it's gonna happen. You ever thought about it, bro? You ever thought about an argument with somebody? You're thinking about the argument. You think about all the shit that you want to say to them. You think about their rebuttal because you know them so much. You know the shit that they about to tell you, and then boom, next thing you know, a couple days later, you fucking having that argument with that person. You manifested the fuck out of that argument because you sat and you ruminated on it so much. Sometimes you and that person wouldn't even be having no beef. It could have been a look and a uncomfortable feeling they made you feel for 1 second, but you're carrying that shit on, and then you building up and then boom, you explode. So leave people with their trauma. Like, not telling you not to help people, but leave them with their trauma. Don't identify it. Don't pick it up and make it your own, because you're gonna fuck up your own life and the own good shit that you have. Make sure you try to think positive thoughts. Like, if something is good and it's hard for you to develop positive thoughts, and to sit and, like, because for me too, even for me, sometimes I want to think positive thoughts and I just want to think positive thoughts for 10 minutes. But I'll just notice, like, a bunch of negative thoughts will come and interrupt my positive thoughts. It will come and interrupt my good flow. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Like, what the fuck am I doing wrong? Like, every time I think something positive, I'm over here, questioning this or making up this fake argument, or, looking for the bad shit, or even just thinking the worst. And I'm like, bro, it's not just me, bro. My friends do it, or a lot of people do it. That's why I know I need to come here and talk about this, because it's important that we change our thought process so we can be free and we can be more happy in life. Like, happiness is a choice, and we keep on forgetting that. Happiness is a choice. Life is going to life no matter what, but you could choose whether or not you want to stay in that down mindset, if you want to go up and be positive. So definitely stop fucking causing your own demise. I remember reading something before about stoicism, and it says, not like 50% of our problems are problems that we create in our own mind. It's not even a real problem that we have in reality. We're just pulling that out of the bullshit. Like, imagine you were fucking mad. Like, the thing is, with our brains don't realize what is real and what is fake. It really doesn't. You're mad, you're absolutely fucking furious about some shit that did not even happen, bro. This shit didn't even happen yet, and you're tripping. You're tripping. So yeah, nah, we're not doing that. We're not going for that at all. We're not going for that. Not this summer, not this 2025. It's time to really step into that version of ourselves that we know we are. Step into the version of ourselves that we really want to be. And to do that is by breaking it down into small increments. And the increments are not just physical. Everything is energy, bro. Like, and the reason why I come here, and this is for the people who think deeply. I don't just come here and talk spirituality or talk, like, consciousness and how to think for just regular people who don't get it. If you don't get it, you don't fucking get it, and you don't need to be on here. Point blank, period. I don't want just anybody on here. I want people who think deeply, the people who are working through emotional things and want more understanding, want more clarity, You know, those are the people who I'm targeting. Those are the people who need some extra support, because yeah, you go on the internet and you see a lot of fluff. You see a lot of things that you already know, and it's like, damn, does it get any deeper? Yes, it fucking does. Yes, it does, because you innately wanted to go deeper means that it has more depth to uncover. So this is for those type of people. Matter of fact, I forgot to tell y'all. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what the things that are bothering you. Like, comment, and subscribe to this video before I forget. Let me know the thought processes that are really on y'all minds and you really can't shake. Those are the things I really want to dive in. If you're having a consistent thought pattern, if you're consistently manifesting something in your mind and your life that you're not fucking with, and you're trying to figure out how the fuck to get out of that, put it down. We're going to target it in the next video, because patterns are real, and it's not about just the things in your life, okay? Feel me? Money coming in, always. You hear the cha-ching? But anyway, patterns are super real, and it's not just the physical things in your life that brings in the patterns. It's what you think about. If you're consistently having the same thought, you're gonna consistently having the same date. If you consistently have, like, sometimes we don't realize that, boom, you're doing the same shit every single day in the same fucking cycle, not trying no new things. Why don't you feel confident in yourself enough to just go someplace new? Like today, I was about to go straight home after work. I was like, no, fuck this shit. I'm gonna come to this park. I'm gonna vibe out. I'm gonna smoke my blunt. If I'm too high to drive, I'm gonna sit down in the car and chill until I'm sober enough. Because I have the time and I have the flexibility. Not everybody has that, but why go back in a place to be bored when I could have my own little adventure right now? It's about seizing the moment. It's about really taking action on the things that we want to do. Like, I noticed, like, me and my friends, we talk about stuff that we want to do, we want to execute, and that shit never gets done. I refuse to be that person that never gets shit done. If I'm talking about it, if it's something that's pulling me, my energy, then fuck, we're doing it right now. I'm doing it right now, point blank, period. Because why wait? Like, bro, anything could happen. I could die tomorrow. I could die today. Like, I'm not manifesting that for myself, but that's the reality of life. We don't fucking know anything. And we don't know what anything is going to happen. We don't know where it's going to happen. We're just here on vibes, bro. We literally just here rocking out on vibes. Somebody just said that we have to pay for the free food out there, so they put taxes on that shit and they created the system for us to follow. But in reality, our main goal, our main priority is self-care, like I mentioned in my last video. Matter of fact, make sure you go watch that last video to get the gems, right? Like, self-care is our main priority. It really is. Everything else is just bullshit. Everything else is things that you want to work to get to a different level. But if you're not taking care of yourself, that shit don't matter. The money don't matter. The fucking relationship don't matter. Because if you're not the best you right now, I had to stop myself. I really had to stop myself, because I almost said something that I could break down. I'm a deep thinker, so I try to be mindful of the words that I say, because words are spells. And I was just telling you all earlier that you are enough, right? But if you're not making time to be you and to take care of you, how the fuck are you going to take care of other people in your lives? You know what I mean? And it could be the simple things. Yeah, you're showing up, but the more you're showing up for other people, you're depleting your own self. There's nothing left. And then sometimes it shows in your mood, in your face, and in your body. Your body is keeping score of how much you're not taking care of it. And it also keeps score of how much you are taking care of it. So you gotta train your body and make sure your body's keeping the right score. So in your old age, if you do make it to your old age, make sure you're good, you feel me? And that's the method. That's the method if you want to make it to the old age. You have to take care of yourself now, bro. Right? So even me, like, I notice, like, I eat a lot of bullshit. I want to be healthy. Yeah, I'm vegetarian, cool, but there's still too much bullshit. I could be better. So it's like, if there's room to be better, I'm not telling nobody they gotta change it now, but the more you think about something, the sooner it's gonna happen. Like, you don't think about it to a point where you get so fucking tired of thinking about it that you're gonna actually start making that fucking action. It's like, oh, shit, now I'm living in it. Damn, now what's next? That's the thing about being human. That's awesome. Like, we never settle. We're never supposed to settle. That's why sometimes we feel guilty for always wanting more, always chasing. Nah, but like, bro, if you're done chasing, if you're done trying to improve, if you're done working towards something, then what the fuck are you doing? You know what I mean? You're just gonna be bored in life. Like, yeah, we're human beings and we're supposed to be and make time to be still and take care of ourselves, but we're also supposed to explore an adventure. We came here to experience the world. I remember hearing this lady said that we come to this earth to learn how to manipulate, which is so facts, bro. Like, we need to learn how to manipulate ourselves into being better. Because if you're going to manipulate anything, you might as well be yourself, bro. And we also manipulate people in every single conversation that we have. Every conversation that you have is a fucking manipulation. It may not be spiteful or negative manipulation, but bro, you're trying to get them to understand your side, right? You're trying to manipulate the way they currently think to open their mind up to a new perspective, right? That's manipulation. Tell me, once you pour water into a cup, you manipulated the water. Oh my gosh, it's a baby fucking rabbit. Wow. It is so fucking cute. I want it. I want it immediately. Right now. I should go get it. Think I'm fast enough? I don't know, but it's so pretty. Gosh, bro. I love nature. This is great. I really do love nature. Nature is everything. It's like the size of my phone. With this little tail. Anyway, I'm going all over the place, but I'm also allowing myself to just freeform and free flow, and whatever feels right feels right. I'm not gonna always like force myself into something that I don't want. Like, I want to create content, and I am creating content. Point blank, period. If you had to show up for yourself, because if you're not showing up for yourself, who the fuck is gonna show up for you? Who's gonna do it? Let me know. People may show up for you in certain capacities, but you have to realize you teach people how to treat you. You teach people how to show up for you by how you treat yourself and how you show up for yourself. Point blank, period. So how are you teaching people how to show up for you? How are you teaching people how to love you? How are you loving yourself? You know? How are you investing in yourself? Yeah, it's cool to buy shoes. It's cool to buy, new clothes, look fresh, feel fresh. But what kind of food are you putting into your body? What kind of knowledge are you consuming? Are you only scrolling on TikTok and not listening or reading no books, bro? Like, it's so fucking important. Like, after we're done with school, like, our brains get fried so easily because we're not obligated to learn anything new. But if you tell yourself that you are, if you want more, then you will make it an obligation. Point blank, period. Let me see what else I got on here to talk about. I have a lot, but I have a whole list. Y'all probably can't even see. Yeah, y'all definitely can't see because I have my shit on dark mode. But there's like such a beauty about being alone. Yeah, it's cool to be with your friends. It's cool to be with people. It's cool to be up under them. It's cool to have vibes. It's cool to get another distraction, and it's cool to just let loose, bro. But it's so important, and it's such a beauty in being alone, in that solitude, and having uninterrupted fucking thoughts, having uninterrupted, self-conversations, having uninterrupted experiences. You get an experience in nature, and it's like, wow, like, I'm fucking alive right now. I'm alive, man. Like, this is fucking great. It's such a beautiful thing. So really embrace that. Embrace it as much as you possibly can. Like, I feel like a lot of us, we get into the pattern of thinking that we can't do more, we can't be more because we are traumatized, or we have, this person did this to me, or I have this trauma, and it's like, I don't feel confident. Bro, fuck that shit, man. I'm not telling you, like, okay, get over your trauma, because it's not easy. Do your shadow work. Take care of yourself. Go to fucking therapy, you feel me? Get the help that you need. And if you can't afford therapy, shit, talk to people who care about you. If you don't have that, then I'm sorry, my love. But that's what the fuck I'm here for. That's why I'm making these videos, for the people who don't got nobody on their fucking side. I got you. You could talk to me. Drop it in the comments. I'm gonna see what I could talk about in my next video. I mean, at least you have some kind of support. Mentors are not only gonna be physical. Sometimes you have to go online and search for your mentors. I know that's exactly what the fuck I have to do. Like, a lot of times I look around in the world and I don't see nobody I could look up to, nobody I wanna be like, nobody I aspire to be. So I go to YouTube because I see a lot of people I aspire to be, I wanna be like. So I'm like, you know what? Pour it on me. What you got for me today? So I'm definitely here to support. I'm definitely here to lend some guidance if I can. If you fucking with the video, I know it's been a lot of gems, but I be rambling sometimes. And if you flow with me, you flow with me. You here with it. Point blank period. Point blank period. Anyway, I'm gonna see if I got something else to talk about. I don't know, it's hot. I'm on all black and I'm in a beaming sun, bro. I'm bugging. I'm bugging, bro. But yeah, I think I want to make some more reaction content too. But yeah, thanks so much for coming in and vibing out with me today. Definitely make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more vibes of me, you feel me? I'll be out here. I'm going to hit this J. I'm going to vibe out, and I might hop back on the camera. We'll see. We'll see.